Hey Josie,
Hi.
welcome back to another AROMATALK.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
of course.
Hi, everyone. I love being here in the studio with you,
Of course.
talking about aromas.
It's been fun.
It's been really fun.
And we always have a great time with you.
Thank you.
A lot
Likewise.
of also great information about fragrances. You have, you have a lot of information.
Yeah,
Thank you
this
for
big
sharing
head.
it.
Store a lot up
Yeah.
here. And no, it's one of the joys of my job is being able to sit
Mm-hmm.
and talk to passionate people like you
Mhm.
about the brands that I represent. And I'm very lucky in that all of the brands that we represent at Contestants are brands that I truly, really personally love. And I hope that that comes across when you're watching these videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really excited to talk about Frapin with you today.
Yes.
Because
I'm excited too.
if you are someone who has been into niche fragrance for a very long time, you know and love this house.
Mm-hmm.
When I got into niche fragrance at the beginning of last decade, or towards the end of the 2000s, so Frapin launched, gosh, what was that, 2011?
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness.
It's
It's been well over 10 years. 1270, which was the original launch from the house, really took Fragcom by storm. So I'll backtrack a little bit in case you do not know what Frapin is. So Frapin is a niche fragrance house, creative directed by David Frossard, who has been the creative director of many fragrance houses like Liquide Imaginaire for one, and he is the owner and creator of Obvious Parfums, which is a brand that we love here very much at MaxAroma. He was commissioned by the current generation of the Frapin family to work on a fragrance house for them. And so if you are not a drinker, Frapin is one of the legacy cognac houses.
Beautiful.
And they were established in 1270, hence 1270, the fragrance. And many generations of this family has had control of the cognac company, still is family owned, which is incredible. If you are a cognac fan, it's one of the best cognacs I think I've ever had. I don't know if you agree with me, but it is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And David Frossard has just done such an incredible job with Frapin. So in a previous video, we were discussing this house when we were talking about the latest launch, Attrendre Esperer, about the vibe of Frapin fragrances. And I think we were trying to figure out how we wanted to best describe it, these very masculine fragrances. And I think I said that this is a fragrance house where you can really feel the history and the legacy behind the fragrances. The inspiration for the fragrances, you really feel that there's something there. There is real inspiration. If it's coming from a person in sports, it's coming from a work of literature, a great philosopher, or again, the history of this one family. It's really incredible. And yes, I would say, and I think you'd agree with me, because we definitely, I think, had a little bit of a discussion about this in that previous video, these fragrances do lean unisex masculine.
Sure.
But don't let that be a turnoff, because there is really something here for everyone with Frapin. But before we start talking about the actual fragrances, I do want to point out how cool these bottles are. So they are designed, and you know this because you've had the cognac, they are designed to resemble a flask of cognac. You have the family crest on the back of the bottle here.
Yeah.
Maybe Jen can insert a photo because my hands are terrible looking. No one needs to zoom in on my nails. And then the caps are made of oak.
Yes.
Why oak?
Same barrel.
Yeah. Because to be cognac, it has to age in oak barrels.
So the caps come from the same barrels that they have the Frapins in.
It's incredible. And so the original fragrance, which again took Fragcom by storm over a decade ago, is 1270.
I still love
1270
that
for the creation of the brand, the house.
And they did. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but they did 1270 Extreme, which is like another,
So this fragrance is, it's kind of, I would argue that this is the benchmark for boozy fragrances in niche.
I agree, 100% agree.
It truly smells like the Frapin cognac.
Yeah.
You have the dried fruit accord, the nuttiness, the hint of dark chocolate.
You know,
Again, you
when
have the
you
cognac base,
exactly
the richness of the vanilla,
when you drink cognac and you just as
the
soon as you
aroma,
keep it a little bit in your mouth and
and
then
swirl it around.
it's just all that chocolatey, creamy, and woody
Yes.
and booziness of it.
You know, when you first get that pour in the proper sifter glass, hopefully it's a proper pour, and you put it to your mouth and you inhale the aroma of the cognac.
This is such a beautiful fragrance. I didn't know, I actually didn't know they started in 2011. And 1270 was their first fragrance, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought they're like 2018, 2019.
No.
So they've been around
No, this house
longer
has
than...
been around for quite a while.
But 1270 is still to this day. It's,
Yeah.
I think now that it kind of makes sense that you said is the first, maybe one of the first best boozy fragrances out there.
I remember I bought a bottle of this from a perfumery that no longer is open in New York over a decade ago,
Wow.
actually. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore because I used up the entire bottle. But I remember just being like, oh my god, 1270. This is the booze fragrance on the market.
Yeah, I mean, that's what, kind of when I started to know about it and the first time that this brand got presented to me, I fell in love with it right away. I was like, it's just bring it on. It can be great. And I kind of still feel like it's underrated, the whole line, the whole fragrance line and brand.
Yeah, I think not just underrated. I think everyone focuses on 1270 and forgets the rest, or 1270 Extreme, and forgets about the rest of the fragrances. So, to take that little bit of hop through time, and we're going backwards. Let's smell the Humaniste, which is named so because it's inspired by the humanist philosophers of France. And in terms of your boozy fragrance, this is, in my opinion, the best gin and tonic fragrance.
It is.
On the market. Gin and tonic. This is the best gin and tonic fragrance on the market. It is good gin.
It's just good gin.
Yeah, this is not Beefeater, okay?
Great gin. No.
Beefeater. This is good gin. And this is high quality tonic water.
That's right.
This is one of my favorite fragrances to wear in the midst of summer. Those days in August where it's really just impossibly muggy and humid outside and hot.
This is it.
This is so
breaks out that beautiful. And I'm happy, I'm actually so happy and it's kind of like impressive actually, not interested that you wear this. I like this in summer.
I'm a gin drinker.
Yeah. No, I mean it makes it just because for me it is kind of masculine because of gin and tonic, but then I'm like, if you can pull it off and wear it and be good, it's beautiful.
It's just so, again, refreshing.
I think Luminous is their second best seller.
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah.
It is
beautiful.
I just love, and I remember just falling also in love with the Humaniste many years ago and being like, I just want to drink this. When I wear it, I want to drink it. And I do have to say, I like the direction that the brand has taken in the last few years, kind of moving away from the boozy fragrances. And doing fragrances that are more inspired again by literature, by famous athletes, and also listening to clientele in the case of 1270 Extreme, which, let's smell that.
Sure.
So, in my opinion, 1270, the original, is quite strong.
It is very strong.
I think it's very strong. But there was demand.
To make it even stronger?
To make it something even stronger. And what I like about 1270 Extreme is that the fragrance, they just didn't up the concentration or just be like, okay, I'm going to put more vanilla in the base or do this. It still maintains the DNA of 1270, but it is noticeably different, I think, to my nose. And also when I wear it, it's punchier. It's punchier,
but less. What happened is that they didn't make it boozier.
No.
It's not boozier.
It's brighter.
It's brighter.
Punchier. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fruit top notes are so much stronger in the Extreme version than they are in the original. that it does give the effect of giving the fragrance more of a louder feel, which I think is a really cool way to do an extrait version of a fragrance.
Yeah, I would say, you know, the 1270, the original one, that was more like nights or like, you know, night fragrance, but the 1270 extreme, even though it's extreme and it's punchier, you can wear it every day or even during the day.
I was gonna say there is something interesting in that. I do feel also that it's more daytime.
It's more daytime, yeah.
Because again, in that punchy fruitiness, it's brighter and it comes across as fresher.
Yeah, and this is more unisex.
You think?
I think so.
Really?
I think this one maybe 1270. I think it's more masculine, but this is not as masculine as 1270.
You know, I'm gonna disagree with you, and I'm gonna say the opposite. To me, the original 1270 is more unisex.
Oh yeah.
And the 1270 Extreme to me is more masculine. Huh.
That's interesting.
You know,
well, I'll let you guys decide.
I was gonna say, you know, if you are watching this and you have tried both, please, who do you agree with? Not with me. Please. I'm curious. Yeah. But I love both.
I love both. Yeah, but I just felt like this was, but you know, I love it. I love both of them. I love Frapin, the whole brand. Yeah, I think they're good.
You know, if my father were still here, I think I would have given him the Orchid Man. Let's smell this one.
Yeah.
Because my father was a fan of boxing, and the Orchid Man is one of the fragrances in Frapin that is inspired by a real person. Georges Carpentier. He was a very famous French boxer, and in the U.S. press, he was called the Orchid Man because he would show up to his matches looking like a dandy, like in a suit with an orchid in his lapel.
Wow.
But he was a hell of a boxer. And also David Frossard is also a boxer as well, and I think it's really cool how he ties in his own background and stories and interests into the fragrances and makes it that much more personal.
This is also a beautiful, sexy fragrance. Great for summer and spring.
Yeah. So Georges Carpentier ended up, after his boxing career was done, he became a restaurateur. Served in, was it World War I or World War II? And then also became an actor. He was just a man of all seasons. Wow. It's really cool.
Yeah.
And this fragrance is a fragrance for all seasons.
For all seasons. No, you're right. I think it would be great for summer and spring. Yeah, you can wear it all the time for sure. But then I feel like in winter time, more it would become a more daily fragrance.
Like a daytime.
Daytime fragrance. Sorry, daytime fragrance.
Because this is a very fresh leather.
It's very fresh leather. Yeah.
So you get the hint of the boxing glove.
I used to own one of that bottle.
I love it.
Yeah.
With the pineapple and that black pepper. So
I got compliments on it. Got a lot of compliments. I had it for a year, but then I always switch my fragrances after a year.
It smells very gentlemanly to me, this one.
Very gentlemanly.
So I can see you wearing this.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I just, this would be, you know, of the assortment minus the new one, if I had to pick. This would be the one that I would give as a gift. Yeah. I think to any man.
For sure. Do they have a gift set?
There is a sample set.
There's
a sample set for Frapin, and quite a few of the fragrances come in the 15 ml.
Oh, that's cool.
Which hopefully Jen can maybe insert a photo of the 15 ml into the video so that you can see. It's actually a gorgeous atomizer. It is really, really beautiful. It's a golden glass. I love it.
I was thinking, you know, maybe if David Frossard or you hear me, if he can, you know, make like a 2 or 3 pieces gift set with the full bottles, or maybe they can make it 50. I don't know, depending on whatever. And you know, you put like some of these. It can be a nice set to be gifted as a gift.
We'll have to pass the message along to David.
Yeah.
Let's smell the new one.
Let's do it. Oh, I'm already in love with that perfume. I think this was this is really good.
So this is the latest release from Frapin. This is, and again, I'm very sorry for my French, everyone. This is Attendre Esperer. Okay. Wait and hope. The last line of Alexandre Dumas's The Count of Monte Cristo. This is just such a glorious vetiver. Creamy.
I love
nutty chestnut. There's this really beautiful softness thanks to the iris note.
Mm-hmm.
Again, very sophisticated fragrance.
This one, you know, kind of is a very different fragrance than anything else in the line.
Mm-hmm.
But
recognizably Frapin, though.
Yeah. But it's just you know, I talked about it before again.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, it reminded me of Virgin Island Water by Creed, but it's the better version of that fragrance.
Okay.
And I would say, you know, you gotta get a lot of compliment. You know what? Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of compliment, but just wearing it yourself, you gotta fall in love with it. I love this fragrance.
It's so. And that's something that I love about this house. They're so easy to wear. You wear a Frapin fragrance and you feel more dapper.
Mm-hmm.
You feel more put together wearing them. You get a little thirsty wearing some of them, but you always feel put together wearing them.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I know what you're saying for sure. Mm-hmm. It's you know, their direction is clear enough that mm-hmm. what you want to do when you wear this fragrance, what you expect from it.
Yeah.
It's not complex, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It's actually very clean and chic.
Yeah.
All of them. Mm-hmm. And I think it needs more love.
I think so too.
Yeah, it needs more love.
The price point for the line is great. They're under 200.
190?
Yeah, 190.
190 now.
For 100 ml.
Yeah,
which is great. 1270 extreme is 210. It is
mm-hmm.
a little more expensive.
Well, it's it's different.
But the 15 ml travel sprays are $50.
Mm-hmm.
And there is also, and I believe MaxAroma carries it, but there is a discovery set.
There is a discovery set.
And the discovery set is $42.
Yeah.
So it's almost every fragrance in the brand.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, you know, this is also one of those lines that, you know, they have different fragrances with different notes and, mm-hmm. you know, characteristics. So even if you have all of them, you know, you can buy all of them and just wear it on different occasions, different times. And then they're pretty good. They're fun. They're also very fun fragrances. There's nothing boring about it. All of them are super fun.
Yeah, and it's for me, it's really the stories of the fragrances. So, you know, if you're giving any of these as a gift, like for Father's Day, for example, if you have someone in your life who is really into motorcycles, buy Isle of Man, which is inspired by the Isle of Man motorcycle race. Right. I mean, that's so cool. I have a friend who has a boyfriend who loves motorcycles. And she bought him Isle of Man for his birthday because, hello, motorcycles. If you have a friend who's really into literature, Nevermore is inspired by Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. So cool.
They're so cool.
There's really something for everyone in this house.
Yeah. And then, you know, and for one thing that is also good about it, they're very easy to wear and easy to gift. So if you want to gift someone, don't worry about it. They 99% of 95. I'll give it 95. 95% they gotta like it and they gotta wear it. That's I've never had anyone buy. You know, I'll just give you actually one source of, I would say, data. Like we have the lowest return rate on Frapin for perfumes.
That's so amazing.
People buy it and they just keep it because they just like it. Yeah.
That's really great. Yeah. You know, especially this is the season to be gifting. As we're recording this video, it's a couple weeks until Mother's Day. We have Father's Day coming up. It's graduation season. I'm sure I'm missing something, some holiday that you're supposed to give somebody a gift for.
Yeah, we gotta have Memorial or something in May. Memorial Day.
I guess we give the gift of summertime.
Summertime. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I didn't know that we give gifts for Memorial Day, but either way, this is the season. Oh, it's wedding season. That's what I'm forgetting.
Oh, shit.
It's wedding
Memorial
season.
Day is, I don't think people give it anything for Memorial Day. It's just a holiday. Not a holiday.
But you know, for anyone in your life who served, it is a good reminder to thank them for their service. And, you know, if they're into fragrance, you give them a gift. But it's also wedding season.
It's a wedding season.
I can't believe I forgot about wedding season. We're both engaged, Hamed. We're supposed to be planning weddings to our respective fiancés, and we completely forgot about wedding season. Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you what an amazing wedding fragrance gift a Frapin would be, especially you know, I found out now, one of my best friends is a wedding photographer, and she told me that a really popular photo to get now is the shot of the accessories when the bride and the groom are getting married, and she actually has shown me the photos that she's taking of perfume bottles, like on the tie or on the dress. I had no idea this was a thing, but apparently it is. How amazing would that be?
That's actually pretty cool, because what a groom or a bride is about to put on before, you know, the ceremony.
They're gonna remember that smell forever. That's such a memory maker.
That's actually pretty cool.
And I'm loving the idea of a Frapin with like the shoes and the tie with the suit.
It just goes with that package.
Yeah, celebration, have a drink, and that's such a great idea. That's a great idea.
It should be, we should do it. Yeah. We should definitely work on that. So and this was fun. So we have 5 bottles here. Let's do one more giveaway.
Oh wow!
Because the season of giveaway. Yeah. It's the wedding season, guys.
Yeah.
so 5 bottles, 5 winners, and so I would say you guys have a week. Please leave comments down below. Let us know which fragrance, which Frapin from this collection you guys like the most, and we will pick a winner. And in a week or 2 weeks, and then we will contact you guys.
Do they get to choose their fragrance?
I think since it's 5, it's gonna be so whatever, you know. We will pick 5 people randomly, and we just send whatever is here from these 5. Because that's better.
You're gonna like what you win.
You're gonna like all of them. Yeah, don't worry about it. You're gonna definitely like all of them. And so we'll sell the full bottle. Please make sure that you like the video, comment, and subscribe for sure. And I'm just gonna put this out there. There's a couple of scammers out there that they just come in under the videos and they say, oh, you know, WhatsApp us or Telegram us this number, so you're the winner. We don't ask for any credit card information. If you're the winner, we're just gonna post it in YouTube post, and we announce the winners. And then how do we do it, Jennifer? We contact them directly. Is that right? We contact you guys directly. So please don't text anyone, none of that stuff, and don't give anyone any credit card information. Please. We don't charge. It's a giveaway. It's a free giveaway. So that's all. And thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This was
Josie.
great.
This was really fun, and we will see you guys soon.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.